Brennan was born, his birth was just as complicated as his pregnancy. Within a very short amount of time of Brennan being born, he developed terrible eczema to the point that it'd be so dry his skin would crack. There's a little white blood cell called eosinophils. It's a white blood cell that should be very, very low. These little white blood cells attack your body. His were very, very high.
He lived his life in a onesie set of pajamas because if he had any exposed skin, he would itch to the point where he would bleed.
I would have many, many people stop and comment on his size, why is he so red, why is his eczema so bad. There was a lot of time of being in the dark and no one really understanding what was going on beyond management of the symptoms. There was a lot of speculation, but no cure, no diagnosis, no answer for us.
They were both in the intensive care unit for extended periods of time. They had problems with breathing. It was a regular occurrence for us to take our children to the emergency department. One of our struggles was sleep. That was something we didn't get to do for the first 5 years of our children's lives.
Watching your children suffer, doesn't matter how many bleach baths I give you or how many times I put on your cream, how many times I make sure you get the right medicine that's going to keep your food down. If your body is attacking itself, I can't stop a little white blood cell from destroying your body. The boys were on a pretty terrible, terrible path. Parents' worst nightmare path. We had the best specialists at Children's who were contacting specialists all around the world to explain the symptoms that we were having, to ask for advice, and we kept getting that answer that we heard, we've never seen this before.
And so for 5 years, we lived with uncertainty and fear.
It's like asking your children to relive their worst nightmare of blood work or exploratory surgeries over and over again. It's like being in the dark. And then when Dr. McKinnon told us, I think I can find it, I think that was the first time I was a little bit hopeful about maybe we're going to get an answer. She came back within less than a week and said, I found it. Dr. Turvey and Dr. McKinnon discovered it was a JAK1 gene that was a mutation from how it should normally go, and that it was attached to how the immune system functions. Dr. Turvey said, well, now that we know what it is, I think I can help. There was a cancer drug that happened to turn off certain JAK genes. So he had been doing research at Children's, trying to figure out if that drug would turn off the genes, and his research was showing that it would. Brennan started the drug trial, and 3 days into the drug trial, he slept through the night.
It's a simple thing, but 5 years is a long time of not having great sleeps.
Within a month, Brennan's eczema was gone. It was gone.
Our youngest child started the medication he's on now. When 2 or 3 days into the trial, I took his pajamas off and he wasn't scratching himself.
It was such a short time of the boys being on the drug that we saw these hugely positive effects that completely changed the trajectory of where the boys were going. The precision medicine has given us everything. It's given us 2 beautiful, healthy boys. To say it's a miracle is an understatement.
They've made a pretty massive difference in the quality of our children's lives.
And so because of BC Children's Hospital, my boys have a beautiful life now.
There are 7 billion people that live in this world. There are 3 people with this condition.
Me, my 2 boys, Brennan and Harrison.
And they all live in my house. BC Children's Hospital saved my boys' lives, and it saved my family.